Um, Thanks for posting that at those sites, Holly, on that email. I don't know if everybody else got that, but
Oh, I was just thinking if we emailed our examples, we're a step ahead, but
yeah. And I was kind of having trouble finding a workers' comp example in the Wall Street Journal. I finally did find one. It's back from 2013. But mine had to do with, oh, let me find it here. Basically, it was saying that workers filing for workers' comp had decreased by 31%. And then they were saying part of that is the labor unions um, were saying that part of that is because some employers are kind of intimidating some workers to not file for workers' comp. Um, and it gives an example of OSHA filing a suit against um, Union Pacific Railroads. So they fired this company fired a conductor after he reported that one of their engineers hurt his elbow, and it was due to a safety precaution not being in place. And so they're kind of saying that this conductor was fired because he was, reporting this workplace injury. Um, and so OSHA was, saying that the railroad company needed to pay the conductor in damages. And so,
That's a good one. The one I actually found, I was having a hard time too finding one that was recent. I did find one that had to deal with workers' comp a little bit. It was more actually, it was kind of an interesting article to read, but it was mostly talking about how painkillers and all that stuff that when workers get hurt and then they do file for workers' compensation, um, addicted to these pain medicines. Anyway, I was kind of focusing more on that, but one of the things that I was just kind of blown away with and talk about workplace injuries. They said that in workers' compensation they spend about was $1.54 billion, and that was back in 2015 just on medicines alone for that. So you can imagine that they spend in those types of insurance, wages, and all of that goes into those medical benefits for employees that are injured. But one of the things that these guys they were actually trying to sue the insurance companies that provided for workers' compensation. They went back and tried to sue for money because they were saying, well, you got our workers addicted to these pain medicines, and now we're having to spend more money on them to continue to get these pain medicines. And so that's what was taking more money out of that workers' compensation for them. So it was kind of an interesting article. I was trying to find one that would still be a little bit more focused on the workers' compensation rather than focusing on that other aspect, but finding one that was this was about as good as I could find on WSJ, but it was the one I found. So
I guess I can go. Mine was from about 2 years ago, so I couldn't find a recent one either. But it was about, how do you pronounce it? It's Cirque du Soleil, like the
Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. So obviously their performers have very high injury risk job. Just like an NFL player or any other kind of athlete, they're very prone to get hurt. And unlike the NFL or any other sport that would normally, if they were injured, they just continue to get their normal salary, and usually the league pays for their medical bills if they do get injured up to a certain point. These guys, if they get injured, are basically let go and put on workman's comp, and a lot of them, just like a horse with a broken leg, are completely like kind of put out to pasture by the circus basically, and never to really return. And then some of them even are like permanently disabled, like from neck injuries or other like broken legs or arms or something like that, won't heal properly to be able to continue performing later, and are forced to like live off of workman's comp like indefinitely. I think it said like they were gonna get like, I don't know, like 22,000 a year or something crazy like that. So nothing, not even a livable wage. So it was just kind of pointing out the contrast between, a performer, because both, athletes are entertainers and so are these entertainers, but just the different ways that the injuries are handled in their two different fields there. So.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. So I found, I was having a really hard time finding something too. So my first example, I don't know if you guys saw my email or not, but my first example basically was case studies, was a Wall Street Journal article, but it was cases that had workers' comp things that happened. And so I just put in a real life case that happened at my work, about these coworkers who were always playing jokes on each other. And one day, one of them threw a grasshopper at this other girl, and she ducked her head really fast and slammed her mouth into her desk, and it knocked out her top tooth. And what?
People throw grasshoppers out at each other at your work.
Well, no, this was like 20 years ago. It was like at a different work, but they were always messing. They were always messing around. And anyway, so that happened, and she ended up having to go have emergency dental surgery, and she wanted to claim it on workers' comp, and all of us were thinking, no way, she can't claim it on that. They were screwing around, messing around, teasing each other, and it's not work related. But it turns out it was a valid claim. So anyway, I put my question as, would this be covered by workers' compensation? And then I just put, no, because it was just a joke and they shouldn't have been goofing off. Yes, because Lisa was at work and it happened during work time, and that's the correct answer. No, because Lisa wasn't working on anything related to work when the accident happened. And yes, because workers' compensation covers non-work related claims. Anyway, so that was like a real life example. But then when I was still looking, I did finally find one on the Wall Street Journal, and it was about this oil field worker who he was on top of those storage tanks, and he was found dead up there. And his wife filed for workers' compensation benefits, and she ended up winning the case because they determined that it was work related and that he died from the fumes that were emitted from the tank. So anyway, I just put on my question if this was a valid workers' compensation case, and I put no, because the oil field worker should have been upwind of any possible fumes. No, because the oil field worker had previous known heart issues. Yes, because the tanks were known to emit highly toxic fumes, and that's the correct answer. And yes, because workers' compensation covers non-work related claims. Anyway, so those are my two examples. One was really from the Wall Street Journal, and the other was just a general one from the internet, the case studies. And I think our teacher said that we don't always have to use the Wall Street Journal if we can't find something. So I think any of our examples would work.
Oh, I thought we had to use it from the Wall Street Journal.
Well, she posted on one of her, the board when you first sign in. Somebody was saying that they were having a hard time finding articles, and she said if you can't find one on Wall Street Journal, you can go ahead and look other places.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. Good to know.
So,
well, I think I'm just looking at this right now, Holly, that you did. That's awesome that you went ahead and like already sent these in. That's like incredible. Wow. Thank you for doing that. You already have like these all outlined in the email.
They were easy examples. So
yeah. Well, I say we could even use one of these ones or whatever you guys want to do if we want to make another one. I think that's awesome. I like the. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think, Holly, or you guys? What do you think we should do?
I think
don't-
the second example is really, I mean, both examples are good. The second example is even from the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
And it looks like, it's a good, relevant question because it's directly dealing with workers' comp. I mean, I'm fine with if we want to use that or if we want to do something else. Either way is fine with me.
I say we just use it since it's ready, and then maybe just like tweak the question and the answers a little bit, just so doing our part as well.
If you click on the article, it's fairly short. You could probably read it pretty quick, but they quote a couple other cases of workers who died from the same possible fumes, and that they had been warned about it. So anyway, but the widow did win the case and did get the workers' compensation benefits.
Right on.
Let's go to the Google. I'm going to the Google Drive.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to know a trick I found for finding Wall Street Journal articles, if you go to the Wall Street Journal and you put in a search, it's really hard to find something. But if you go Google a topic and then put Wall Street Journal at the end, it will bring up all these articles, and then you can usually find one from the Wall Street Journal. But if you're in the Wall Street Journal, it doesn't come up, which is really weird.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did today too. And I put in like a date, like the dates I needed, and I was
Yeah.
able to find one that was right in that time frame.
Yeah, this one I think was from 2015 or 14, I can't remember, but yeah, because I have a really hard time finding them actually in the Wall Street Journal.
Too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did too. And then I just clicked on the news tab, so it's yeah, I typed in workers' comp, Wall Street Journal under news.
Looks like Michael's already in there editing it. Perfect. I'll go.
Awesome. If you guys want me to submit this week, I would be happy to. I broke my leg 3 months ago and had surgery, and I have surgery again next week.
Jeez.
So I'm not sure if I will.
Did you get workman's comp?
Nope, it happened at home.
Dang it.
I know. So I broke it a week before Christmas.
Not fun.
Oh, that is no. I definitely know how that is.
Yeah, it's
During
been-
the 7 week break, my wife and stuff, we went on like a little. Well, we had some good family friends, and we went over, and they had a homemade zip line, and I went on it, and the zip line unlatched, and
Oh,
I free fell about 30 feet and came down. And I broke my femur in my left
Whoa.
leg. Yeah, broke my hip too. So they put me in I had to go to a rehab center, and they kept me there for trying to get I definitely know how that feels, Holly. I feel for you. That is no fun to have a broken leg.
Yeah.
No fun at all.
it's been long, but after the surgery next week, I should, within a few weeks, be able to walk again. So.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Man, that's crazy.
Anyway,
I said that there's only so much Netflix and stuff you can watch before you go crazy.
I know. Anyway, so I just won't be a whole lot of help next week, so I can submit it this week if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally understand. Yeah, that'd be great. Well, I mean, I really like you. That's odd. Like, thank you for getting that all together too. We'll just go ahead and type these in and maybe change it up a little bit. But I think we'll be good for this week. That was pretty fast.
Looks like we just need wrong answer 3.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah, just try to get another.
So what's the one that we have right there? No.
Do you want to put no because the oil field worker had previous known heart issues? That was actually part of the case, because he had diabetes and heart issues, and so the company was citing that as a possible cause of death and not work.
If we use that, can we get rid of one of the other no answers just so we don't have like 3 no's and 1 yes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can get rid of mine.
But then we still need one more answer.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it'd be good to have 2 yeses.
My last
No.
yes one there is dumb, but I thought, some people might think it covers everything. I don't know.
So what are we going with?
So, did someone just delete the wrong answer 1 feedback? I
Oh, yeah.
liked
did.
that one.
So we want to keep that one then? This is incorrect because we're supposed on speed and stuff.
That's good.
You know
I
what
like
though?
that.
Wrong answer 3, it could be correct.
I think I
Maybe-
was just thinking severe is kind of
Maybe take out because the injury was severe and just put yes because it led to his death. And then obviously death doesn't have to be the only way that you're given workers' comp.
an injury doesn't need to be severe though, as far as I understand. I mean, I think the problem is that severe is pretty subjective, and it isn't really clear what that even means.
Sorry.
Well, it's all the time.
Okay, what else you guys, is there anything else that we could change on this, or what do you guys think?
I think that looks good to me.
I think it works.
I just read everything. It looks good to me too.
Got to get the link on there, and that should do it.
And then Holly, you said you're going to post for this week.
Yeah, I'll post.
Okay. Well, I'll go
Awesome.
ahead and I'll paste the link here in just a minute.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Well, hey, good luck. Hey, Holly, good luck next week. Hope everything goes good.
Yeah, thanks.
So,
I'll probably be there Wednesday night. I just won't. The surgery is Thursday morning, and so I wouldn't be doing any schoolwork,
Yeah.
like to turn this in or anything. So,
Right. No, you're
but
good.
thanks.
okay, well, good luck, and you guys all have a good night.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You
Bye-bye.
guys too have a good rest of your week.
Hey, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.